hate puppies. Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
Happy birthday.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Powerhouse. I was going through some other things. Stu took over. I like that initiative, Stu.
He hit his mark.
He did. The only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems, hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking this weekend. And the only podcast dedicated to wishing Troy a happy birthday.
Nice
the
try.
Happiest of birthdays,
It is,
Troy.
and Thomas's
and the Abacus,
and the Abacus.
his birthday.
It's Tom Baum's anniversary.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Woo!
I remember
Celebratory
that
time
day.
of year.
And most importantly,
The Abacus's birthday.
Brendan's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
My birthday,
He's
too.
the guy who loves birthdays.
Almost in my mid-30s now, 34.
Almost.
You can't nail this guy down.
No.
You can't get the truth out of him. I think he's 3.
For someone who loves birthdays, he sure does hate
My birthday.
well, no, you love your birthday. You just hate admitting how old you are.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any denying that. But we're not here to talk about my birthday. Troy, happy birthday, buddy. This is exciting.
My birthday was a week ago.
Well, yes, technically this episode comes out after both of our birthdays.
Well, then we screwed the pooch.
Oh, this is the special birthday
Actually,
episode.
we should have done this last week.
I know.
Oh, well.
I thought about that, but when doing a double, you like to save
yeah.
some. You like to save some fodder.
Need to
Yeah.
go- yeah. Back in time.
So, what are you doing for your birthday, Troy? Anything special?
I am going to a birthday dinner for my uncle.
Wow.
Same
Yeah.
birthday?
No, his birthday's the Monday after mine, and he will be
Is it
60.
historic?
It's
Yes,
his 60th.
60. That's a good one.
But it's on my birthday. His dinner.
Oh, okay.
But you are famous for getting other people's parties on your birthday.
Dude, my wife, her sister got married on her birthday.
What?
Her own sister.
Yeah.
Well, she clearly knew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
got-
could pick that day.
It's the best day.
Yeah. Like, let's use my sister's birthday as our wedding day.
Interesting.
I respect the move. I don't.
It's a power move.
It's a power move, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't have to like it.
I mean, it's an asshole move.
Clearly.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think there's any denying that.
No.
You go, hey, sis, you know your birthday?
Yeah.
I'm going to get married on that
I'm
day.
going to make it about me.
Oh, so this is a year and a half before.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
just- I like it.
Oh, that's got to
I
suck.
mean,
'cause you're-
luckily, my wife is
She's pretty laid back.
Yeah, I mean, she's like I am. Like, we don't give two shits about birthdays. Like, we don't even make big deal of our kids' birthdays, but we
Yeah,
definitely don't care about our own.
your kids are like, it's mom's birthday. And their aunt comes in and says, well, let me tell you what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never forget.
They still married?
They are still married.
So
Well, this is a week and a half out, but I'm going to go, yeah.
Oh, they're hedging
oh,
their bets.
they haven't even gotten married yet.
No, they are. No, I'm saying
You never know what's.
when this is released, we're a week and a half after.
That's
all is
fair.
well right now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
the prognosticator
I think it's been like
Oh,
10
shit.
years, so I'm going to say, yeah, they're probably still.
will continue.
Oh, they got a fighting chance.
Yeah.
I think it'll still go to shit. I think she'll get her birthday back.
Who knows? What are statistics on marriage these days?
Got to be 50-50, right?
I always heard it was 50-50, but I feel like a lot of people in our generation are staying married longer.
Well, and
Like,
the
I have a
younger
lot of-
generation's not even getting married.
Yeah. So I feel like those numbers might be skewed because I feel like a lot of people our age, way less than, not way less, but less than 50% have gotten a divorce yet.
In my circle of friends, the number's low.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if it was 20%, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
I think it's probably closer to like 10.
Because I think so many of us were children of divorce.
I think that helps.
Yeah.
Stu, what is the number? And
In 1950, 40% of America was married. In 2022, 61.45% of people are married now.
But that doesn't mean like second or third marriages.
No, it's just
yeah, so how many first marriages, what percentage of first marriages in the U.S. end in divorce? That's how I would Google it.
Okay.
It's going to help him Google.
Gotta lead the donkey to water.
That's right. Because first marriages is the one that matters, right?
I mean, we're close. Like, my wife and I have been married
43%.
And in divorce?
New data, CDC. 43% of marriages end in separation or divorce within the first 15 years.
Within the first 15. Now, I've heard that the highest likelihood of getting divorced these days is actually like in that mid 50 to mid 60 range.
As of 2022,
That's got to be
statistics-
skewed, though, right? Like, a lot of people get divorced immediately after they get married. You know, like, we never should have. This was a train wreck.
Oh, my
Like,
God.
No, the 55 to 65-year-olds are dumping each other at a ridiculous rate, though.
It does seem like that. Like, I'm seeing famous people. Like, I think I saw the other day that Hugh Jackman been married 27 years and they're splitting up.
Yeah, so this is according to statistics as of January 9th, 2023. Approximately 40 to 50% of first marriages end in divorce. The divorce rate for second marriages is even higher, between 60 and 67%.
Nice.
That makes sense to me because, like, if you're anti-divorce, but you've been forced, either the cards have been played or whatever, and you're like, you've got one in the belt, like, do it again. You're not going to be scared the second time, right?
No, and you probably definitely have a prenup in that second one because you're like, look, we've both been through this. We know how this goes. And
you got kids, I got kids.
Everyone's like,
everybody's
yeah, I
separate.
agree.
Yeah.
I already took a bath once.
The highest divorce rate is between 18 and 29.
Yeah, that's idiots
But
getting married too
the
young.
percentage of marriages lasting longer happen after age 33. Like, first time you get married is after
Yeah, then you
makes
make
sense.
it.
mid 30, like, yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't get married till you're 30
Yes.
because then at that point you're like,
Yeah, I was
already
29. Damn it.
Yeah, you fucked that up.
Fuck that one up.
Yeah, but she was 12.
He's from West Virginia. You can't judge.
No, I get
It's
it.
illegal there. It's legal in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, great balls of fire over here. Getting them young. He is really like a 50s rocker.
Yeah.
Hey.
What was his name? Why am I blanking on Great Balls
Jerry
of
Lee
Fire?
Lewis?
Jerry Lee Lewis. That's right.
Yeah, that's...
That's the Stu move.
But I am surprised, like, a lot of my buddies are still married to their first wife. And then we're coming up on 20 years, a lot of them. And I'm like...
Well, I would say...
If I was a gambling man, I'm going to put the money on that. You know, like...
But I would say that we, and I say we, men, or age group 40 to 50 right now, we're the last of that generation that maybe says you stick it out. You get married, you work through it, you're not bailing immediately. Whereas people that are the next generation or the younger, everything's just whatever, you know.
But like most of the previous generation,
I
like
don't know
once
that I buy
divorce
that.
got to be, you know, a power
Acceptable.
move. Yeah, it was like everybody was hitting eject.
Yeah.
I think the fact that the younger generation is waiting longer to get married bodes very well for the younger generation's
I would
marriage
think so.
rate.
Right. But
yeah.
the ones that are younger and getting married are more apt to just...
Anyone getting married under 20 is getting divorced.
It's, I mean,
I know there's, but
That's a blanket
it's a very
statement, but
blanket
yeah.
statement, but I'm saying like the odds of you doing, this is going to sound fucking horrible, but these are just numbers. The odds of you like ever getting to the middle class if you have a kid before you're 20, like that does not help.
I think, we were talking about it yesterday with the Duke about
That's what I'm saying.
25, I think, is the number he threw out. Like, if you have a child before 25, you're screwed statistically. And if you wait till past 25, you're almost guaranteeing yourself to at least be middle class.
Yeah.
So if you have money troubles, you know, you got a young kid, you're young, you've got a young kid, you got money troubles, the odds of getting through that marriage are tough.
Yeah.
There's going to be
you're
a
sp-
lot of
you're
consternation between
then investing
the two.
your money into your kids and your family versus investing it in other aspects of life that would allow you to.
Well,
that
I
next-
managed to not have kids at a young age and not invest a single dime.
And
It was
or
horrible, horrible decisions were made.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't have two nickels rubbed together until I got married, and my bills like were shared and everything was shared. Because when I was single,
makes
it
you
was
tighten
like
up.
when I was single, I was paycheck to paycheck up until I got married because it was like I'm still renting rooms and like you know I didn't buy a house like
We're partying, like whatever
Yeah.
everyone's
Oh, yeah.
doing. This is your social life. You got to get out there and do it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, because there were no apps. There was no like you were having to get after it to meet people, to interact. Yeah. Like
then you meet someone, you settle down, and all of a sudden you're like, all right, we got to pay our bills.
Yeah,
like it changes your perspective.
But it's nice because it's like, all right, we can pool our money. We can.
Well, like I've had it with several clients recently, but a couple clients, they are married, been married for maybe 3 years, 4 years. They've known each other for like 8 years. They're 28 and 30, and they don't have any kids, and they're not buying houses till they're in their mid 30s or having kids until their 30s.
Yeah, they're set.
And they've they're putting 30% down on a house, 150, 160K.
Yeah.
And
their odds are good.
Right.
They're doing something right. Not mad at them.
I'm always dubious of the people who like knew their wife or significant other from like childbirth on. It's like, what are the chances you just happened to be born in the same zip code that your one true love was in? Like, obviously that works. I mean, it's a tale as old as time, I met my sweetie in 5th grade and we started dating in, 7th and, we went to prom and we all know people like that, but it's just statistically funny to me that it's like you were born in some podunk town just because your parents happened to live there, and that's where your one true love in the world was. Like,
well, that's like you talk to, like, I know people I talk to that are single, and either they've never been married or they're divorced, but they get on these, you get on these dating apps, and you're back in the world, and you're like, oh. So my one true love, my soulmate, is within a 50-mile radius of me in this whole big wide world. So I'm it's like
these are the same people that are like, no, I just eat chicken tenders. I like chicken tenders. That's my thing. I'm eating chicken tenders. Like, all right, you need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, the adult nuggets aren't doing it anymore. Oh, are we trying to do?
We're
this
Be Real
Be Real.
Here. Be Real just popped off,
and boom.
And I don't know why mine keeps being blurry.
I still haven't.
Really? I just crushed mine on the first try. Why do B-Reels always pop off during the podcast?
Why are we always podcasting? That's the question.
That's fair. Why did it say I need to post a late B-Reel? Oh, now mine's not working.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Something's wrong.
They're hacking the internet again. Look at that smile. Drop and do 50. You haven't done 50 this day.
Yeah.
Today, remember, we're doing 50 challenges.
I haven't seen him do any in the past week, if we're being honest.
These motherfuckers. Now we're going back to this?
The challenge is here. I knocked my 50 out this morning. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We're going to play charades. What am I? I'm Stu.
Great pod.
I know. I understand that joke was just for the two of you. But everyone knows that I was just stirring the pot. That's what you do.
Oh,
but
man.
We had to double up because
there's something happening.
It's music festival week. Very excited.
That's once a month in this house.
Yeah, well, it is music festival time of year, but this is the final one of the season. Pretty excited.
For you.
The Ocean's Calling Festival. This is a hell of a lineup. This is going to be good.
Yeah, this is a good lineup. I'm not usually sold on a lot of music festivals because it's like 3 bands I know or 3 bands I want to hear, 4 bands, extra 4 bands I've heard of, and then 45 I've never even... It sounds like made-up names from Parks and Rec.
This lineup is ridiculous. I'm looking at it.
For old people.
I don't know. Not necessarily.
No, I'm just saying, like...
Read off the big names, Stu.
Jack Johnson, Alanis Morissette, Slightly Stupid, Third Eye Blind, OAR, Peach Pit, Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Hootie, right?
John Mayer, Incubus, Noah Kahn, Sheryl Crow, Jimmy Eat World, Ben Harper.
Dispatch.
Gin Blossoms, The New Respects, Virginia Coalition.
Is Hootie and the Blowfish there?
No.
Oh, I thought that was who was hosting the damn thing.
No, OAR's owns it.
Weezer, Nathaniel Ratliff, and White Night
You say
Sweats.
the Lumineers? Dirty
Lumineers,
Heads?
it was getting there. G-Love and Special Sauce. Joe P. Fitz and the Tantrums. Grace Potter. The Wallflowers.
Is G-Love and the Special Sauce, they're 2 different groups, right?
So G-Love
is their
the
own
guy.
thing. Yeah.
And then the Special Sauce is his band.
Okay, so they're always together.
Well, G-Love does some things on his own, but yes, they're basically always
Because I feel like every time I hear one, I hear the other.
So there is a band here, Robert Randolph Band. I don't know if you've ever had the chance to see them
Never.
live.
No, that's a new one on me, though.
So I've probably been
I saw Bob Randolph.
Well, wouldn't Robert Randolph be that? So this will be like the 7th festival I've gone to where Robert Randolph and the Family Band are playing.
So they're a festival band.
Yeah, they do. They do a good job of hitting the festivals, and they have a great sound. At least I think so.
Yeah, because you would never know because you're blasted.
I've been to 7 festivals. I'm guessing that number with Robert Randolph.
Yeah.
Never seen him once. And every time I go to a festival, I go, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to go see Robert Randolph because I used to listen to them all the time.
Uh-huh.
But I've never seen them live despite being at all. They do this every time. So again, if I look at where they're placed, Sunday. So now I'm 2 days into the damn festival, exhausted, and they're first thing in the day. There's only 2 bands that come on before them. And there's 3 different stages, so they will be the first thing to happen.
And you're not an early morning guy on any given day.
Certainly not on Sunday of a festival. And this seems to be the spot they get time and time again. And I just keep missing them.
There's Sunday.
Why are you going to miss them? You're already calling your shot.
Oh, my wife has been like, we are going to Robert Randolph, because she's been part of this so many times. She's like, we're going, and we will have the best of intentions. But I'm guessing when this next episode comes out, if you ask me if I saw Robert Randolph, I'll be like, no, but the band just after him was
Lord.
amazing.
Does it have anything to do with him playing on Sunday?
Yes, that's my
and
whole
the fact
point.
that they're an American gospel band?
Dude, they're so good.
I'm just asking because he's playing.
Is it gospel music like hymns? And
no,
shit?
it says that
it's more rocking than gospel.
Yeah,
but they,
it says-
they end up at all like the hippie festivals because of the way they can jam.
they were trying to label his genre, and they said American gospel band led with a steel pedal guitar.
I'm starting to
Yeah.
think a lot of these bands that you like that no one's ever heard of is just because you're half cocked at a show.
That like why I like them.
Yeah.
I've seen some bands dead sober that were just amazing.
What band have you seen dead sober?
Well, all the bands early. You don't show up there.
I don't. Yes, you do. You're at a festival. You don't even wake up sober.
There's no tailgate.
Okay, if you want to get technical.
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
get
If you want to
technical.
mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you're still legally a little.
when he's pitching
little
the tent,
intoxicated.
when
Yeah,
he's pitching
yeah.
the camp, maybe
Maybe.
the first band.
Yeah.
I can tell you when I went to Bonnaroo, the first band I saw, I was pretty sober.
Okay.
And we'd had a lot of traffic. I couldn't
Yeah.
control the trailer. I really had no choice. I was dead sober.
No, because like when I was drinking, I was more apt to see new bands and fall in love with that stuff. When you've been drinking, it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly, right? But like if you don't know a band and you're showing up to a show completely sober,
I think there's some truth. Like I think that booze, unfortunately, probably like opens up your ability to enjoy
oh yeah,
Something different.
without knowing it, because you're like, oh snap, I'm feeling this vibe. But I don't think that it's impossible. Like you
Right.
just went and saw Dylan Earl, which you knew nothing about,
yeah,
and you were sober.
yeah, and it was good.
You enjoyed him.
Yeah.
And you thought, hey, Dylan Earl's okay.
But we've talked about this too, where I said one of the negatives for missing drinking is music doesn't hit the way it does.
It opens that eye.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, I'm with you.
Yeah, like I like if there's something new that I want. If somebody suggested a new band or singer,
Or even a
whoever,
band you like.
But I would be typical to go home, find it, play it on the stereo or on my Sonos, and just listen to it at home by myself to see if it's something I would
But
be
even if
interested
you
in
have a
seeing.
history with a band, like having a few drinks while you're there and just loosening up
Yeah.
is better, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
so a new band is going to help you get there too.
yeah,
So it's a whole thing.
yeah. I mean, it was.
I mean, I agree, but I do think that you do find bands genuinely at those festivals. Granted, you may be drinking, but I don't think we can hold the drinking against the fact that it's a damn good time. And I would say that just being in the festival environment, even if you weren't really partying, would open that third eye a little bit.
Yeah,
to the music.
I would agree.
Like because you're like, if you don't like it, you're like, I'm gonna roll on and go check this out. Like I have.
But like music still moves me. I still love music. If I have a history, certain songs will still get me happy or get me sad or get me feeling things sober. But I just feel like the new music, is like
just harder to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, every once in a while, like you can get into the songs that you know and the bands you know. Like I liken it to when you're driving down the road and you're not really listening to anything and then something hits.
Yeah. Or
something that I haven't heard before. I'm like, okay, I can get with this, and it's not whether I'm drinking or not. Like if you're a music, so like I know, some people are just doesn't register with them. The music doesn't hit.
My mom,
nothing.
She has no music receptors,
right? And you don't have an ear for it, so it's not a thing.
Yeah, my wife's not a music fan.
Yeah,
she likes to go to shows, but she's never like yearning for music.
It's just more the energy of the show and all of that.
But also a festival doesn't really intrigue me now that I'm not drinking because it's so many drunks. And that's the one tolerance I've lost. Like I could start a day. I could probably go in the morning. But like once the sun went down and like everyone's been day drinking all day long and everyone's half in the bag or full in the bag, I'm just going to be like, this is not where I want to be right now.
Even as someone who's drinking, there's an element of that.
You got to get away.
I'm not typically one who's like falling down.
Yeah, you maintain. You've always maintained.
So by the time the night comes around and now everybody's tripping or they're on Molly or they're shit can drunk.
Yeah.
And I'm like walking around, I'm like, these motherfuckers have lost their minds. Yeah. Like watching all they're swirling all their glow sticks.
Well, and a lot of people too, like, and we've been on camping trips and ski trips where like you see like the caged dog who hadn't been out and then runs himself till he pukes. Like first night at the festival, like so I haven't done this in years, like I'm going hard in the paint, and then it's like
this festival in particular, if you look at that lineup, this is drawing every frat dude from the late 90s to early 2000s. Like if you look at there's the people like Noah Khan, they
from
are
92
new.
to
Third Eye Blind, Toad the Wet Sprocket.
But see, no one wants to see that
Gin
shit.
Blossoms.
No one wants to see that shit.
I want to see Gin Blossom.
But that's even older.
Incubus.
Look, I get it, but I'm saying there's going to be a lot of uncaged dogs for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
There's going to be dudes there in their 40s who are like, I can't believe I'm out. Mm-hmm. If you look at actually the people going in our group, Terrence just jumped in and he's like, you got any tips for a first time festival guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't go in your 40s.
Yeah.
Like, here's a
he's
pro
going
tip.
with pros. Like everyone you're going with has gone to multiple festivals.
No, strangely, if you look at the team, the plumber and his wife and me and my wife are hardcore festival people. The other dude in the house, never been to a festival. Terrence, never been to a festival. And the other dude who jumped in, never been to a festival. So we're actually
50-50.
Even.
Yeah.
Festival pros and non-festival pros.
I was thinking you and the plumber.
And the plumber and his wife go to enough festivals that makes me look like a rookie.
Yeah.
So they're going to be out there at a different level. And I can tell you, the plumber is the last guy you want to go to a festival with. He is a shit ton of fun.
I said that, and then you said, no, he's the best guy to go.
Because he's both.
He is ready to agree with
you would have to know the plumber to understand that he can be both of those
He's
things.
literally both. So he will be the best time when he's with you.
Yeah.
But then he is going to leave you. And he's going to leave you for a extended period of time while he does his thing.
Yeah.
And his wife's going to be like, where the hell is the plumber? Why is he not around us? Where is?
I'd be a ball of stress.
Yeah. So then she gets stressed.
Yeah.
So then my wife's like, hey, you got to go find the plumber. I'm like, I don't have to do shit.
With 10,000 people, I'll just pick him out of the crowd.
He has an uncanny knack of returning.
He always does. So I'm like, He's a boomerang. Like, just let it go.
It's
you can't
crazy.
worry about the boomerang.
Yeah, but he's a
while it's out
boomerang.
there.
You sat down next to you.
Well-
You didn't throw it. It just fucking took off.
No.
Right.
The last festival I was at with them, my wife went to the bathroom with him, and I was like, "This is the blind leading the blind."
Yeah.
I was like, "Why are you two going?" And then I sat with the plumber's wife, and my wife and him walked off, and then she came out and she was like, "I waited outside the porta potty forever. He never showed up." And I was like, "Yep, that sounds right."
Yeah.
He like fake pissed and bounced.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, we can't find him anywhere, and he's not answering his phone." And I was just like, we went through a whole set, and they were like, "Well, we really need to find him." And so I just kind of like did like a spin. And I'm looking around, and I was like, "All right, there's a huge Bacardi bar
Yeah.
over there that has like huge decks and stuff."
Yeah. You brought out the divining rods and you're just like, there he is.
It ain't hard.
Yeah.
I was like,
Right,
that
is
place is partying its ass off right now.
Yeah.
So I walked to the crazy
10
party.
to 1.
I'll be damned if he didn't come staggering off one of the decks. I was like,
His wife's a goddamn saint.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way. Like, there's no way I would put up with that.
But to Brendan's boomerang point, he goes, he's gone. Don't have to deal with it. He somehow comes back. But then in my experience, a couple times, the 45 minutes that he's back before you can get him to either go to sleep or that's a hell of a 45 minutes or so.
Oh, because you don't know what he's done like in his time. Like he's come back.
And you're like,
now that
what?
he's hit his limit, he's like I got my fill. That's what I needed. Whatever that may be, you know, and he'll come back and then it's on. And but so he is the best and the worst. He creates anxiety.
Yes.
And every festival goer has this. Like, I'm not trying to like just talk about like every group at a festival has this. And if you've been to a festival, you will find out who that person is.
Well, just going anywhere with y'all have 8 people in your group, like that produces some stressors.
That's
Just like
8 in our house, but we know
oh shit,
We know a
that's-
lot of people
So that's
don't.
going to be even more of a stressor because let's say you know another 8, so there's 16 of y'all. Trying to get 16 people to meet at fucking Texas Roadhouse for dinner is
Like
a
herding
fucking
cats.
nightmare. Like,
my wife and I have a really pretty effective rule with this. We go, all right, fuck them.
yeah.
It's super helpful.
Yeah.
It's very liberating because
But then why are you going with people?
because you'll find them. You see them throughout the day, you know, at different places. And I throw out little things like, all right, this spot right here, this is our spot. Every so often when you're walking between stages, come by
that
here
spot, yeah.
and see if someone's around. And if you just do that without stressing about it, people will always come by the spot, check it. You'll
but some
grab
people can't do that.
No. And then they're like, I'll text you. Wrong.
Yeah.
You know what doesn't work? Cell
Phone,
service when
yeah.
there's 70,000 people in the same location.
Yeah.
But a set of 6 walkie-talkies will be just fine.
Good luck getting those in under today's standards.
Yeah.
You can't get anything into a show. You either have to have a clear backpack that's like itty bitty, which I bought one. I looked like an anime character. I
Yeah.
was like, nope, not bringing this. Now I've got this little pouch that I can hang across my back. It's just
It's
enough.
a Merce.
It's smaller than a Merce.
Yeah.
It doesn't deserve the M for man or the Urs for purse.
It's not even a fanny pack,
It's this.
That's
Yeah.
called a clutch.
but a clear one.
No, this one.
That's
If
the
it's
one?
this size, they'll let it in. But it holds a couple suntan lotions, one of
cell
these
phone.
bandanas that you wet,
Yeah.
you get hot, you throw it over your head. But then I have carabiners all over it. The reason you do carabiners is because you can hang any number of things off of it. They just don't want you to have a big bag. So this thing
They
just
need to
turns.
see everything.
This looks like Steven Tyler's mic stand.
Yeah.
Like it's just got shit hanging off of it, but like you're slapping shirts on it, all kinds of things. That's the move. Like that little thing right there, that's a blanket.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that's the whole.
So will they have multiple stages going off at the same time?
Yeah, so unfortunately, this festival is still locked in the Stone Ages, but I think some of that is because of the geography, right? It's on a beach, so you can't stretch out because that's ocean.
It's all wide.
So it's just long.
You're going to get your steps in.
So they put one stage at one end.
I hope he gets all 50 of these push-ups done every day while he's partying his ass off on the beach.
I don't think there's a bag rule. He just likes to wear the small one so he looks bigger.
I promise you there's a bag rule. And I will get my 50 push-ups because during festival time, I wake up every morning and do
Well, you
push-ups.
got to get pumped because you're not going to have a shirt on.
I'm not going to have a shirt on all
Yeah.
day. I'm going to have suntan lotion. That's about it.
That's your shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a long sleeve shirt because I go straight from no shirt to cold.
Yeah.
That's that's what I do. I don't even bring a t-shirt in. When you see me walking into the festival, I'm in a flannel sweating in the morning and I immediately take that off. You're not wrong. But in my defense, I've done that at every weight class I've ever been in. That is my festival outfit. It just looks better.
I feel like once you've got to your fighting weight, you're quicker to pull the trigger.
I would agree with that, but I'm saying that is my standard.
That's average. That's average. That's
my
what most
standard
people would do.
outfit at a festival. It's like girls get to wear all kinds of cool shit. Guys
Yeah.
don't have cool festival outfits.
No, you could like take a shirt and like cut the bottom half off.
You could. I'm not.
That'd be cool.
Tank top.
Keep the sun off your shoulders.
I'm still thinking I do want a tracksuit, but I
That
looked
sounds
it
hot.
up. It does sound hot, but I have a feeling it's going to be cold on the beach in October.
I don't know. I used to go to a lot of football games,
Maryland.
and you can get hot. It can be hot into October. Like that's not. I mean, I've been out with the kids on Halloween sweating my balls off. Like,
I guess it is a crapshoot.
Yeah.
It's like it's a real roll of the dice.
I mean,
what
you
we're
might
doing.
get some breeze blowing off the water. That's always in play when you're near the ocean.
Yeah. The thing that I'm confused about is I've never been in a festival in sand.
Yeah.
The whole thing's in sand because the number one bit of advice that I was telling Terrence and all those guys, like your shoes matter.
Yeah.
Shoes are all you've got. Like that is going to be your make or break item.
So like,
But not in the sand.
not in the sand, or like, do you want
No,
to
so
go
this is-
Tevas or something like sandals that strap on?
So my wife was looking at Tevas.
Or what are the ones I have that are nice that are like they're as comfortable as shoes, but they're open. They're hippies. Are they not reefs? What is the? There's a
It's a hippie sandal.
It's a-
Birkenstocks.
no. It's like for hikers and shit.
That's
but
the Teva, right? I mean,
no, but it's not a sandal. It looks more like a tennis shoe. Like it's got a serious sole on it, but like it's all open on the top.
I know what you're talking
I want
about.
to say it starts with an R.
I know what you're
Are you
talking about.
googling this, Stu?
I think I can probably
Say
find
ugly
something. Let's
hippie
see.
hiking sandal.
They're actually cool looking.
Yeah, I do know
They're
what
not.
you're
They're
talking-
expensive too. They're like $100 a pair.
Are
But,
they? No.
They look like a water shoe almost.
yeah, but like
They have
sand and
holes in
water.
it.
Well, they have
Yeah.
like. I mean, there's big cutouts in them. Like,
Yeah.
Nomads?
no, I want to say it starts with R.
I just got to figure out what in the world I'm going to actually rock because there's a part of me that thinks barefoot, but I learned very quickly at a festival you're going to get stepped on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still liking this. Like, I would hate to have sand in any shoe, whether it's open, Teva, whatever. Rubbing sand, and I'd rather just walk barefoot in the sand. And I think getting stepped on, you're not going to worry about that in the sand.
Well, and so I always subscribe to the theory that if you've got an old pair of shoes that like you don't wear anymore, but like they were your trusty shoe,
Yeah,
like an old pair of Vans or something, like that's what you wear
yeah.
Yeah.
because they're going to get muddy and nasty and dirty.
Keens.
Keens.
Okay.
Kean.
Keen.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely yeah.
I was thinking Van slip-ons,
Yeah.
or literally,
But they're gonna hold everything in.
they are.
You don't want flip flops.
No, because that act of getting something stuck in the sand and then flipping back
Yeah.
up, as great as that is, when you have to walk miles, you're gonna be walking miles.
The good thing about flip flops is your carabiner trick. You could hook them. That way you wouldn't have to carry them.
I can.
I mean, just like when you're at the beach for anything, I'd walk barefoot in the sand, and
But
put
normally,
shoes
like-
on for the boardwalk, or you walk closer to the water where it's stiffer.
We
and
have
you can,
access to the boardwalk this year.
Nice.
They actually stretched the festival grounds to close off the shops on the boardwalk for like the 4 blocks.
okay.
And all of those shops are now part of the festival. So they'll be able to sell wares and all their goods to festival people. And
Why not?
everyone in the boardwalk there. So you could walk out and down.
But at
you
like
still
the
have to-
beach, you could leave your flip flops at your spot, but like not here because somebody will walk off with it. Literally walk the fuck off with
No,
them.
carabiners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Because the flip flop clip
Done.
is right through the toe loop.
No, the reason I was asking about the stages, and I guess it's a little bit different with the beach, but still, like if there's an act I really want to see, I would enjoy watching that one act and not being able to hear anything else going off in the background. Like,
you don't hear it. I don't know how it'll carry across ocean, but like festivals are crazy, man. Like you get to a point where you get to the midpoint and like you can barely hear over all the commotion and everything. You just barely hear sound in the distance. Now, typically though, festivals that set it up like this will do 3 stages in a triangle. Mm-hmm. And then you have like 2 main stages across from each other, and then the secondary stage over here, and that's just kind of how you do it. Whereas this is going to have a smaller version of a triangle.
Yeah, but you're still saying it's only 4 blocks?
How do you not have music bleed?
It's weird. I guess it's so damn loud that you don't really hear it, but it works. But I've seen like the Bourbon and Beyond Festival and the Iron Blossom Festival, the last 2 I've been to. They put the 2 main stages right next to each other with a 50 yard gap.
Facing away?
Facing both out the same way.
Oh,
and
same
the bands,
direction.
as soon as one band shuts off, the other band cuts on.
So only one stage is playing at a time.
This festival has so many bands that they're like, there's like a 15 minutes after this band starts, that band starts. And so you have to make decisions where you're like, I either want to see Incubus or Jack Johnson, and you have to like figure out which way you're going. I hate that shit. I think that's the biggest problem with a festival. And I looked at how they have this set up, and it's just, it seems like damn near a mile of beach between the stages. I don't know how my wife's going to hold up walking all that distance. It's going to be brutal. We're going to have to make some choices.
Yeah, it's like over 10 blocks, the entire.
Is that what it is? 10 blocks back and forth all day
from
long.
one stage to the furthest stage.
Yeah.
And then they got the merch area, general admission. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be back and forth all day walking through sand. And sand's not easy to walk through. Oh, I'll bring the boat. That's the move. I'll just bring the boat.
There you go.
I'll just set it out just past the waves.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
In. Sure.
Yeah, and then just boat back and forth. What could go wrong?
No, nothing.
I wonder if you could hear. I wonder if
that
you could
boat's made for the ocean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
How many people just anchor? How many people just anchor a little bit off the?
I think somebody smart would do that.
Dude, that back there.
You know what I mean? Like bring your big ass boat out there and just creep
and
down.
say, hey.
You turn around, creep back.
But you got to think, if you're walking a block or 2 off the boardwalk, you'll still be able to hear the music.
Typically at these festivals, there's always, you know, like at Wrigley Field, you got the people who put like the bleachers up on top of it.
Yeah.
There's always some people who happen to have the spot. And then those parties look like they're the coolest.
Yeah.
Because they're just sitting right up there and they're looking down on the festival and the craziness. They just can't.
The festival is the show.
Yeah, they just can't get the noodle place and the rollies.
Yeah. And for 3 times as much.
Yeah, but they're good.
Yeah. Plus, you got all the amusement ride stuff in the middle between 2 of the stages. That's separating like.
You got a whole damn amusement park. So this is nightmarish. How long this walking is. Like this is going to be god awful. And my wife can't walk long distances like over an extended period of time. This is going to be tough.
Can't wait for the report.
Y'all will have fun. You always do.
Oh, the report's going to be great. It's going to be a bunch of older drunk assholes who've been let off the leash for the first time in a long time.
But I think based on the crew, like I said, it's who you go with. And based on your crew that you got going, it's going to probably be in middle of the road. It's going to even out between who's doing what. It's going to be.
We shall see. I have my apprehension about this one because it's going to bring an older demo.
Why would that be apprehensive, though?
To your point, these dudes let off the chain for the first time. They're acting crazy. They're doing things they haven't done.
Are you CPR certified?
Guy Narcan?
Narcan's probably a good thing to have. No joke. Not for my crew, but you don't know what the hell's going to go on out there.
No.
And then I think guys.
I just can't imagine. I mean, obviously, I haven't consumed alcohol in a while, but like, I just can't imagine going hard in the paint for 3 days straight like that. Like, it just sounds so brutal.
It's totally doable.
Yeah, but you're different. You're different. You've always maintained. A lot of people don't maintain like that.
But I also can slow down. Like I pace during different times. Like that's kind of how I do it. I pace.
A lot of people don't though.
I pulse.
I understand that, but a lot of people don't.
And those are the people I'm worried about. I'm worried about the Sealies of the world.
Yeah,
who are going out there.
I can pace, and I've done pretty good about that. But what I've noticed is if I've done the weekend, like just not crazy, but just a long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, having drinks and whatnot, is nowadays I'm like, I am super tired Monday, Tuesday. It's not the recovering from a hangover. It's like my body is just like,
I was going to say that next. Like everyone our age, like even if you don't go that hard, you feel like shit the next day.
I'm going to feel bad. And it's really going to pile up come Monday morning when I get up and drive home.
Well, speaking of alcohol and what it's good for, let's just do something.
Smooth.
Stu
with a half-hearted yet honest attempt at bringing us to the deli.
Well, we're there. This is a beautiful can.
That's a good-looking can, isn't it?
This can is amazing.
Yeah, I was like, I have to buy that.
This is a book by the cover fucking situation. Like, I'm already in love with this beer.
That's the one I said was going to win the deli because it's just so beautiful.
Got a cool name.
Active painted.
It's called Crispy Whip Pilsner, 4.8%, and it doesn't have any cutesy write-up on the can, and it really doesn't even say who makes it. I think it says Benchtop. Down here in the bottom in tiny writing, brewed and packaged by Benchtop.
Damn right.
Which usually, they put that shit big old letters.
So this is what is it? The Crispy Whip?
Crispy Whip. And it's got a picture of a really cool tap. And in the tap line, you can see all the hops. So this is going to be, it's a Pilsner, but hoppy, I guess.
There's no way. No way it's hoppy.
This is and
then it's got a lot of foam with a hand reaching up.
I don't want to hear any descriptors till I at least get a sip.
Yeah, let's get a.
I want to know what I want to get in here and taste this thing.
Oh, I wasn't going to go flavor. I was just going to read the little write up. But okay, it's one sentence. But I'll wait.
I want to see what we got. I'm excited for this Crispy Whip. Does anyone need a little more than that?
Cool.
Anybody need more than that? You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want to waste this because I'm hoping it's good for you.
Oh, it smells basic bitch.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Right there at the tail. What is that? That tail has a peppery bite.
So
I'm hoping that second sip is where the whip comes in. The crispy was there.
Per their site, it says Pilsner brewed with Hallertau or Hallertau.
Halitosis.
Hallertau and Sterling hops and fermented with German lager yeast.
This is exactly what Troy does not like. I can tell you Troy's score. Troy says, it's got a little of the part of the Heineken I don't like.
It's got a weird back end.
Yeah,
really
it's that
weird back end.
It's like a stronger Heineken.
Got a real skunky back end, real funky, skunky rear on it.
So
actually, I'm starting to like it. The more I get into it.
Per their website, they're saying bready, citrus, earthy, and floral. That's what they're aiming.
I will give them bready.
That's too many fucking different descriptors. I don't like it.
That's what there's on there.
That's all the descriptors put together.
It's very hard and soft and sharp and blunt.
Yeah.
I like my favorite part about it is the cold part, but I really am growing to appreciate the hot.
Yeah. It's earthy and floral. Wait, what?
Ooh,
so it tastes like dirt and floral flower?
That. Yes.
Huh.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
It's I'm not there's a lingering I guess it's the extra hops. There's a lingering taste that I'm not liking on the very back end.
If you like Heineken, I think you'll get behind this. If you like a German style, Pilsner.
I don't think the skunk is as potent as a Heineken, but because it's different, it's just throwing me a little bit.
I like a Pilsner though, so it's okay. I think this is getting better.
German style Pilsner, crispy whip. That's what's all over it, but it says on their website, style lager.
I fucking hate that stuff. Like, how can you even do this? You know what I mean? Like, I see
all
this
over the
all the
place.
time where they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is our flagship lager. Well, what is it? It's a Pilsner.
Yeah. Crispy whip German style Pilsner. It's a
Clear-
lager style, and it's made with German lager yeast.
Clear as mud.
All right. So this I think has a very German Pilsner vibe to it.
Yes.
I think it would feel not at home in an Oktoberfest.
I have no idea what the fuck the name means.
Yeah, I think that what I do like about it, I do like that little that subtle skunkiness that reminds me of German Amsterdam type lagers or pilsners, I should say. I like that little peppery bite, but there's something just a hair off in the aftertaste. Stu, I think you mentioned the aftertaste. It just kind of like it just holds on back roof of your mouth. Because of that, I can't go any higher, but I do like the front end flavor. I'm going to go 3.
Okay.
Yeah. This to me is, and we don't do it, but this is the 3.25.
Of course. Yeah, no, this is it's a heartbreaker because you're like, I want to quarter point this.
But I cannot go to 3.5.
I don't see how you could. I mean, I felt like you would actually give this a 2.5 because it's so skunky.
The taste is good. It's just, to me, it's not as skunky as maybe it is to you, but I'm just, it's not a 3.5. It's not deli. It's not that good. It's not, but it's better than average. It's better than your average beer. And it's got a cool as shit can. So I'll give it a 3. I'm right there with you. Like,
Oh, the can, I'm not kidding. If they had taken this label and they were producing it on little posters, I'd hang it on my wall if the beer was just better.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
What color is that?
Purple.
Purple.
Fuck yeah, my favorite blue.
Purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite blue.
It's purple and blue.
And it's black up here, right?
Yep. The can, the top is,
See, that's so purple and black looks dope.
The can is pretty spot on, but it's whatever this hops are. I just can't get past. The taste is lingering in my mouth, and I'm 2.5 all day long. I don't care for it.
Well, you went low.
It's
Average. It's just average.
I mean, I feel like I got a metal plate in my mouth now. On the back end.
And that's what I'm saying. Is that penny aftertaste that just holds on? That's just too much.
I don't know where it's coming from, but it's definitely. I preferred last week's beer.
Yeah, I couldn't
Me
wait.
too.
I couldn't wait to get a Zen in my mouth to get some minty, clean.
As soon as I finished describing it, I popped a Zen in right away.
Yeah.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just drinking my water.
Sometimes you just need a Zen to cut down on everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Just a taste. That's good. Thanks, dude.
anytime a deli turns into a Zen ad.
Yeah. But again, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but we threw an upper decky in right away.
Think it would be good in a draft form?
Better.
Maybe.
Yeah. Interesting. It wouldn't have failed, though, so that's good.
No, I mean, we all got a different vibe off of it.
Yeah, but none of us came to the conclusion that it was great.
No.
It's kind of unfortunate. It's kind of unfortunate.
It's a great name, Crispy Whip. I mean,
I like the name.
I don't know what it means.
I don't know. Like, they don't give anything to
Gotta be hard
delineate
to name,
why
name
they have
a
that
beer
name
now, right?
Coming up with like a good name.
Like a good original name that hasn't been fucked out in 20 different, varieties, hundreds of different varieties.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same problem with
are already trademarked, and you can't
boat names, fantasy football names,
Yeah.
anything that's been around too long. There's too many people doing it. It gets tough.
Yeah.
Gotta-
Car names.
Car names are just made up words.
Well, they didn't used to be.
No.
Mustangs and Pintos.
Yeah, there was a value, or there was an animate object, not an inanimate object, but there was something tangible to it.
Well, at least when Americans did it. As soon as the Japanese got involved, they're like, "What's that?" It's like, "It's a 240." What?
Yeah.
240.
But like even the words that are actual words, like Ford Escape, like escape what, bitch? Like this car blows.
Yeah, but
Like it's an average car. Like it's an average CUV. Like it's not
Yeah.
not gonna outrun anything. I ain't escaping anything like that.
But in the
best was
old
the-
days, like once we got past the Model T
Yeah.
and we started moving into like there was a heyday where
I
everything.
always like the numbers though. Like when you get a Ford F-150 and then you're like,
So
what's
you
the
like a number?
You're like, what's the 250? Well, it's the fucking bigger, badder 150. Like
Yeah, it's
kinda makes
100
sense.
more.
Yeah.
Whoa,
it's not a half ton; it's 3/4 ton.
it's nice.
And then you got great, the Escort.
Yeah.
Great names.
Escort was great because you knew it wasn't going to cost a lot of money to get her to go home with you.
The Cavalier.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the names were like, okay.
Or like a Chevy Malibu. Like nobody in Malibu drives one of these fucking turds.
That car
The
should have been a
Malibu used to
convertible.
it used to be a good name.
Was it a convertible ever? Did it start as a convertible?
I don't know. I think you could get it as a convertible.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like a Chevy Malibu sounds beachy as
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That should be a beach car, and it turned into not.
The Chevy Celebrity. Like
Oh,
no celebrities drive this thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely
the
not.
Gremlin, the Pacer. I mean, some of the
Gremlin actually fit.
Yeah.
yeah, that was an ugly car.
Like that thing.
The best was the Volkswagen thing. Nothing fit a name like that.
Actually, I'm not mad at that name one
Yeah.
bit. Totally. Let's call it a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Beetle. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Beetle made sense.
Yeah.
Volkswagen did a good job for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they
Then they're like, "Ooh, it's a Touareg."
Yeah.
what's a Tiguan?
What?
Yeah.
Tiguan.
Hey,
Well,
you
Hyundai
need to go
does,
see the doctor about that.
Hyundai does all the like the Santa Fe now. Like, so you're just a city in New Mexico. Like that's
Yeah.
that's how they roll,
yeah.
But
dude. Troy,
They do a Tucson. We're
Troy, I
just
gotta ask you a
desert
question.
cities.
sorry, I don't mean to change subjects, but I was thinking about something.
uh-oh.
So, I noticed that
You noticing?
you are carrying.
Yeah, I am. I gotta be safe over in these in this bad part of town.
No, hold on, and that's precisely what I'm bringing up. Are you carrying because of my neighborhood?
I'm not carrying because of your neighborhood.
So it played into it. Where I live has played into if you were carrying. Last week and
all
this week.
joking aside, yeah,
No, I'm being serious.
yeah.
So,
But I carry a lot anyway. But
but you used to carry when you were over at the old man room all the time.
yes,
And then since we came over to the pound house, you weren't carrying.
not always.
Less often than
Less
you were
often.
carrying.
Yes.
And now I've noticed the last 2 weeks.
But usually it was during the day.
But the last 2 weeks you've been carrying.
Yeah, because it's shady as shit over here.
So a couple weeks ago, we had a little
Fucking-
incident in the neighborhood.
Grisham Court out here.
Boy, deep cut.
Hey,
To our Chicago listeners, he said,
can I go
Cabrini
close
Green.
the door?
That was a real Cabrini Green reference there.
No, but I've been like in my own house. I've been like keeping my shit near me because
Because of what happened.
of what happened.
All right, so
I mean, everyone knows I live 2 miles from you, so like,
yeah, you're right down the road.
like whatever. I'm joking, obviously. Whatever happens in your neighborhood could happen in mine easily.
So a couple weeks ago, someone had like a Ring doorbell camera.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Yeah.
No, it was very difficult.
Haven't I?
And so they had I know. They had a Ring doorbell camera here in my neighborhood. And at 2 a.m, someone started showing
Was
up.
it 2? I thought it was like midnight, but it was late.
Let's call it 1.
Yeah.
It's 1 in
Wait,
the
is
morning.
this the same guy? Because we got the same thing in our neighborhood a couple weeks ago. And one dude who was going around.
Yes.
Yeah, just tell the story, Brendan.
So someone was knocking on the door here in the neighborhood.
Was it close to you?
It actually was right here.
Okay.
Like right just around the way. And someone was knocking on the door, and the Ring camera catches this guy as he knocks on the door. Then he goes in his pocket and he pulls out what, if I had to guess, looks like a 9mm. It's small.
It's a semi-automatic handgun.
Yeah, definitely clip fed,
Yeah, it's not a revolver.
short gun.
It's not a hand cannon.
He pulls it out, moves it, tucks it under like his arm.
Yeah, tucks it in his armpit.
And then it's kind of like he's got it tucked away, and he continues to knock on the door.
Kind of shielding it, right? Like that part's turned away from the door.
now he's moved away, and he's continuing to knock on the door. No one answers. Then he leaves, goes back to his car.
He went to another house, right?
Goes to another house, knocking on the door. Comes back to that house that has the Ring camera. Knocks on the door. This footage gets shared all around the neighborhood, like immediately.
Yeah.
Like in that night, it's getting shared on the local
Rightfully
socials.
so.
And everyone's like, watch out, there's a dude with a gun knocking on doors. And
whether it was midnight, 1 or 2, like it was not of the knocking on door times.
nothing good happens after midnight.
Well, nothing good. Yeah.
Nobody should be knocking on your door after 8 p.m.
Yes.
It was certainly not at my door and not a dude with a gun.
Yeah.
So
it's not wintertime. Like after the sun goes down, like you need to cease the fucking door knocking shit.
So this became quite the uproar in the neighborhood.
Unless you're a flashlight salesman.
Yeah.
Stu was giggling to himself so damn
he loves
hard.
that joke.
I was like, I'm thinking,
In Stu's
how
mind.
do you demonstrate? How do you demonstrate?
In reality.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, ring door salesman would have been better, but okay.
Even better.
Yeah.
No, not in Stu's world. He was making shit happen. Hey, I'm not mad at you. Not happy. Not mad at you.
I'm just like, who's going to knock on your door in the dark?
This is how any light bulb salesman.
Yeah.
This is how
Light is the number one deterrent for
it freaks people
shady
out.
shit. Yeah, I mean,
Freaks people out.
If your door is lit and or it's dark, like they're gonna go to the dark one.
Of course.
Yeah,
Well, this obviously spread around the neighborhood.
something that drives
Then
me
it-
crazy about neighborhood. People like everybody turns so many people turn their lights off, and you walk down my street with the 80-foot trees, and it's
dark as can
dark
be.
as hell, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, you idiots.
Well, so
You're saving 5 to 7 cents of that light with that LED bulb burning all night. Like,
that's the beauty with LED bulbs.
Yeah.
You actually can just leave it running
Yeah.
year round. Be like, I'm out $3.
yeah.
But obviously, this spread like wildfire from my neighborhood to the next neighborhoods to everywhere else. Then it hit the local news, kind of went all over. But now my neighborhood's been deemed like sketchy. Now, this dude ended up turning himself into the police and
Yeah, I was
saying,
going to ask you if you knew the.
What did he say?
so he went directly to the police. He was like, hey, yo, I'm like all over the place, like on social media. And he's like, I had something that had, so I'm assuming like AirPods. He said, I had something that was telling me that my property was in one of these two houses. And that's why I was knocking on the doors. Like I was trying to get my stuff back. Now at 2 a.m, you're going to get your stuff back. That seems like an odd time to decide I desperately need this. And I'm carrying a gun for my own safety is probably what I assume he said, right? Like I was nervous that they may come out, so I figured I should probably have my gun.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, but he got away with it.
Because the property was in one of the houses?
Because I guess he was able to show like, hey, which unethical life pro tip, if you ever go to rob a house, leave your AirPods. That way you could be like, I was there to get my property. One of them stole it.
So did any more come out about this? Like, was this guy lying? Because it doesn't sound right.
Doesn't sound right, but I have not seen a follow up outside of he was left off on his own recognizance.
Yeah.
Like, he
Well,
could
because
just go.
it's not illegal to knock on somebody's door at any particular point in time unless they've quote unquote posted no trespassing.
And if the gun's legal,
If he's got license and care,
But you're also like in today's world, I think you're fucking putting your life in your own hands by doing that shit.
if I see
Yeah,
that
you
there's a
coming.
dude through my Ring doorbell,
Yeah.
that there's a dude with a gun on the other side, I mean, can't I at that point be like,
Can you
need-
fire through the door? I don't know.
No, but can I yell at him like, you need to get off my porch
for sure.
through the door?
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't and I see him brandishing a firearm, I mean, can I shoot?
I mean, I know what I would do, but I mean,
But can I?
legally, I don't
Legally.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
And then what if his
It's case
AirPods
by
are
case.
in my house? Boy.
Yeah.
it's a case by case. Who's got the
It's a weird situation, but now I've
But your
noticed-
neighborhood, like, you live in a nice neighborhood, so like, some thuggery hasn't happened where like someone's stolen that guy's property and he's going back to get it. Like it didn't have to happen at midnight. Like it could have happened the next fucking morning. Like you could have left a note. Like banging on anyone's door. I mean, you bang on somebody's door for an emergency at midnight. Like you could
get shot. If I hear my door, my door getting banged on in the middle of the night, I may be naive, but my first thought is somebody's in trouble.
Yeah.
Like what's going on? I probably would have checked the ring. I have the whole setup. Like, so I would have probably checked that and seen. And if I'd seen a gun being brandished, this is a different situation.
Yeah.
But even just having that happen in the neighborhood, I've been like, I was telling my wife, I was like, so just so you know, like the gun's over here and like, this is where it is. And like, you want to learn how to use it. Like we can do. And I'm like, well, if I have to go answer a door after midnight, an unannounced visit, like I'm probably going to bring it.
Oh yeah. You'd be dumb not to.
And she's like, do you really think I should do that? I was like, you seen the footage? And like, she was even kind of like, I mean, maybe you should.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem safe. There's kids in the house. Like we got to get it. So it's just interesting. You're actually bringing it over here. And I know you're not nervous.
No.
But at the same time, it played into your mind. So it that affected you on some level, didn't it?
I mean, yes and no.
But it's like a reminder, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would
but more like just coming out of the house, like when I leave here and go back to my neighborhood, like, and I'm traveling and it's going to be after midnight, like that's more when I'm like,
well, that's what I was going to say though, because you've had a gun for a while, long time. Yeah. You have the license to carry for a long time, and if you do it often enough, I would imagine it's just as natural for you.
It's like grabbing
to put your gun as it is to put your watch on.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like where I'm going, who I'm seeing, or what the situation is. It's just, this is my daily, this is what I do, and this is what I'm used to.
Yeah, see, I'm far from that. It's wildly uncomfortable for me to like, I've taken the gun certain places, but like, I put it in the safe. I put the safe in the car. Yeah. Like, I am like,
which is
completely different. Like, I'm like,
I know. Well, I mean, it's what you're used to. And
I'm also a little more paranoid because my family, I think, is actively trying to get us a starring role on a fucking true crime podcast because I cannot get the three of them to fucking keep the doors locked in our fucking house.
Like they're not locking doors?
It's maddening. They're getting better, but it's like I'm constantly checking and finding shit. Like tonight, before I even came over here, I was going upstairs and I walked by my front door and the deadbolt was open. I'm like, who threw the deadbolt? Nobody fesses up to it. They're like, yesterday I went outside and got something. I'm like,
nah,
I walked by that thing a million times. I can tell you.
I lock every door when I go by it.
Yeah, every night I check all the doors. So like, I knew last night. So somebody opened it today, but yet no one's owning up to it.
I had gotten to the point where I was so OCD about checking doors that at some nights I would like the standard route, right? I look in the garage, make sure the garage door is shut the garage door, lock it, go over, lock the deadbolt in the back door, make sure everything's locked.
Yeah.
Go double check the front door. And then even though I have the exact same moves,
go double check it.
I go, oh, did you check the garage?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. And then I go back to the garage. And this started turning into like a damn OCD for me. Mm-hmm. Where I was like constantly checking. So now I've had to like incorporate like weird things.
Yeah.
Like lock the garage door and then go knock on it twice so that I can like remember that I heard myself knock on it.
So
twice.
you were actually forgetting if you had done it or locked it.
No, I wasn't like trusting. Like my brain is going, I know you locked it. And I'm like, but what if I didn't?
Yeah.
It's like little, but then I can quiet that little devil on my shoulder by going, well, you heard the knock twice, asshole.
Yeah. So I don't know if you subscribe to the theory that somebody could hack your stuff, but like on my phone for the 2 deadbolts or the 3 deadbolts for the house and the garage door, I can lock and close everything remotely.
I don't want any of that technology. I don't want anyone to be able to Wi-Fi into my shit. That seems
fair enough.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that.
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm just like, if I left the house and I knew that the front door is open or unlocked because I was waiting on
then it's
Whomever
awesome.
to leave.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
if you've
get it.
ever looked up somebody who knows how to pick a lock, you know they can just as easily get in your shit. Like, if somebody wants to get in your house, they can get in your house. I mean, that's just a fact.
Dude,
like,
someone who doesn't know how to pick a lock, myself,
yeah.
could get into most houses if I really, wasn't worried about getting shot or something. If you were like, hey, I need to get in my house.
Yeah.
I was like, do I have permission to pick you? I could get in a house.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So you're right.
I mean,
I
locks
guess it
are
takes
only
more technology.
peace of mind. I mean, to Stu's point, it's nice to know, like, when you drive away from your house and you're going out of town for a week, you can be like, pull it up, be like, okay, I locked it.
No, and you're absolutely right.
And then if it does get opened,
then something's up.
it should it would notify you and it'd say, hey.
That's true.
I mean, you would think with all the rings and everything now, like, all this fucking tomfoolery would be over. But people walk right up a fucking... How many ring cameras do you see where people are doing stupid shit? And you're like...
Stealing Amazon packages.
Yeah.
Everyone's got footage of it, but no one's getting caught.
Oh, people get caught. They definitely get
Do
caught.
they get caught more often now?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Oh, what was the guy on 64 who pulled the gun on the lady? You saw that? It happened last week.
I didn't see that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a red Camaro. Guy was driving down the road, and a lady was driving past
I
him.
already
He got
know
a little
who
bit
pulled
of
the gun.
He got a little bit of red. The lady, apparently, he had a little bit of road rage, but he pulled up beside her. She rolled down her window thinking that he was trying to get her attention. He rolled down his window and just pointed a gun at her. And she sped off. The thing went viral, and they ended up catching the guy and arresting him.
Nice.
Yeah, they frown upon that.
And it was like, so
What footage got him busted?
her cell phone.
She videoed it.
So she was videoing the whole time when she
or
rolled
her
down the
or the
window.
passenger was. But yeah, it was like, and they said, and it went viral, and like some neighbor came forward and said, I know that guy, he lives in my neighborhood, it's so and so. And they went and got him, brandishing a firearm, road whatever, endangering, and jail. But so they can, to your point, the ring, if you got a good enough facial recognition, you're screwed.
No, I mean, this stuff should be making a lot of this go away.
It should.
Yeah.
You would think.
In theory.
But it doesn't seem to be.
Yep.
But now
Plus, I got dogs. That's another deterrent.
Yeah.
Even though if you got in, they would just say, "Hey, pet me."
I got a
but they
dog
bark pretty deep.
my
when
dog
anything
literally will
happens.
only bark at Amazon, Walmart, or friends. Everyone else, he's like, you seem all right.
Jackass. You have one job.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, you have two jobs. You got to, if I'm cold, cuddle.
Yeah.
Otherwise, stay the hell away from me. And then protect.
Yep.
He only cuddles when it's hot. Only barks when they're...
Well, I'd like to know.
Worse when the dog.
That's what they do.
Yeah, my dog doesn't cuddle during waking hours, but at night it wants to be all up in between us, all up touching us while we sleep. And I'm like, I'd rather you cuddle up next to me while I'm sitting here watching TV
That
and go
sounds
sleep
adorable.
wherever the hell you want.
My dog, the little one, we have a little deaf dog, and so all the rest of his senses are very heightened. So he sees everything if it's in his field of vision, obviously. But then he smells. Literally, the neighbors can let their dog out, and he'll be like, come up from a nap on the back porch and be like, that motherfucking dog's out. And he'll be over there.
Damn.
He'll be over there looking before that dog ever makes it out. And I'm like, all right. But that sense of smell, he's a dog, and he likes shit that smells bad.
Yeah.
Real bad. And I got to wear those Invisalign retainers at night.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's one thing in this house that smells god awful at 6 a.m,
Yeah.
it's my fucking mouth. And that dog will jump up on that bed and come over and be like,
All up in your grill.
right on my mouth. I don't know. It's just about every day I wake up to that little dog
Oh, my God.
right up in my shit. And I'm like, oh, God.
Little doggies.
It feels like a little bit like getting molested every morning.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that's not the wake-up call you're looking for.
No, I don't like it at all.
Ugh.
And I've gotten to the point now where it's like this awkward. I just have to open my mouth and let him finish.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't know what else to
That's
do.
a title. Open my mouth
there
and
you
let it
go.
finish.
That's too much of a title. I can't.
Let me finish, God damn it.
Open my mouth and let him finish.
That's a good title name, but I don't know.
that's a
if
great title
I don't know
name.
that I can commit to it.
Happy birthday.
But that's it. It's the only way to make him go away because he'll just keep trying.
That fits on all levels.
He's trying to get that. Yes.
It's the only way to make him go away.
Boom.
If I just open my mouth and let him finish.
Yeah, he'll go away. He'll leave me be.
And it works, though.
And it works.
I open my mouth and he gets
Take
in
notes.
there. He gets in there.
He gets in there all right.
And then he's like,
then he finishes.
and then he finishes and goes, well, I've had enough of that.
That's right.
And he goes off satisfied as hell.
That's right.
But if I leave my mouth closed, he'll just keep trying to get in there.
That's why you
Boy,
gotta
this
open
is
your mouth.
really adding up. The more
That's why you
I'm
gotta
trying
open
to
your mouth.
dig out of the hole.
Oh, yeah, you're digging.
Dig it.
It's not working.
When you're in a hole and you're digging, that doesn't help you get out of the hole.
I see that now.
And then what do? You wake up and you go down and you feed him.
Yep.
He's
He's
got
happy
you.
as
He's
shit.
got you, man.
I love that. I open my mouth, I let him finish, then I wake up and make him breakfast.
That's exactly.
There is something not right about this.
Y'all got a
Fucking love him.
Y'all got a great relationship.
I wish I had that relationship. You know, how people say, I wish I could wake up one day, or when I die, I want to wake up as my dog.
Yeah.
I think I want to wake up as my dog.
Yeah.
Open your mouth, let me finish, make me breakfast. I'll go to bed.
And then you leave. Or go to your office.
Then I'm going to go pee on some shit.
Yeah.
Your shit.
And you never have to talk about it.
He can't hear me if I do.
Exactly.
I tell him,
He's living the life.
I didn't appreciate when you put your shit in my mouth.
Yeah.
And he goes, I can't hear.
Yeah.
I can't hear. But is your mouth open?
Speaking to my good ear. Oh, wait. I don't have one.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I'm going to finish.
You know what other sense has been heightened?
Yeah.
My orgasm.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, this has gone off the rails quick.
Yes.
Love it.
Lucky dog. Oh,
Damn.
lucky dog.
Lucky dog.
That could be a good title.
It doesn't roll
Lucky
off the
dog.
tongue like open my mouth and let him finish.
Well, do you have a better title name?
I think I nailed it.
No, I know that, but
Okay.
one that's less wordy.
Lucky dog works.
One that's less wordy. Hold on. Open your Y mouth. OYM. We can do this. Open your mouth and let me
Him.
finish.
Let him finish.
Yeah.
Oh. OYMALHF.
There you go.
Open your mouth and let him finish. Yeah, that's a good name.
Open my mouth.
Damn it.
Or, yeah.
Open my mouth
It's called a
and let
him finish.
finish. Ommalhf.
This is what we call a crispy whip.
Yeah.
All right.
Then he leaves you with a crispy whip.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Crispy whip.
Done and done.
Well,
Yep.
can't beat that.
Well, I can't wait to hear about your shit show of a music festival season.
It's going to be interesting. I'm going to be going into this one a year older.
Stay back 50 feet and just keep your eye on T.O. because I'm sure that will be interesting in and of itself.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, y'all have fun.
I'm going to go
Y'all
ahead
always
and-
do.
I'm going to be a year older. It's going to be interesting watching.
Pro tip:
through this. Yeah.
no rings.
No rings.
Don't take your rings.
Oh, I've already lost $10,000.
Yes, that's why I'm
Damn.
trying to help you.
I'm fully aware. Yeah. We don't bring rings. I have rubber rings now.
Yep.
Festival rings.
Well, you didn't lose anything.
No, never do.
Yeah.
Never do. Thanks for helping, Troy.
Pro tip of the day.
In case you hadn't thought about it.
But if you ever want to do some metal detecting, might I recommend Dover, Delaware,
Yeah.
outside of the Firefly Music Festival, over in the old glamping lot. There's a nice diamond ring there somewhere.
That's had to have been found.
It sucked. Someone's got it.
Someone's wearing a
Thank you guys
beautiful
so much.
secondhand diamond.
Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance to go get some sunglasses, do so over at nectarsunglasses.com. You drive Epic as the coupon code. It'll come out real fast and a real good deal.
Do it.
You need to find us on social network. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And don't forget to Cincinnati Swap somebody. Rate and review.
And sign up for the N4K golf tournament.
Nice.
Yes.
Got at it.
Never forget that.
I like it. Terms and conditions apply. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace out.
Oh, cheers. Gosh.
Wow. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?